expensive, we're staying at room 13. Usually airy and usually very, and that's just how my life goes. And I don't ever try to dress to impress. Fuck you, preppy asshole. On the 14th floor and a bathroom door don't lie. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the party's mixed, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's bedless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on the deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 132 of Phired Up. Check us out at firedupsports.com. I'm Mike Schletter. Join me as always, Dom Consul and Chris Lucia. What's going on, fellas?
You know what? I'm exhausted right now. I'm having these technical difficulties it's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was going to come on a little late. I mean, we obviously are late, but I was going to come on a little late. I figured I'd let you guys kind of start the show up without me, and you couldn't do it. It was too much. It was too big of a task for you.
Apparently.
Now, listen, we were having technical difficulties before we jumped on here. So if things go awry, during the show, then that's a whole different issue we'll have to conquer.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We always do, right? It's always a shit show. So
exactly. So yeah, how you guys been? How's the last week been for you guys in life?
Same shit, different day, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got a baby whose teeth just won't come through.
Yeah.
Still not coming through.
He's young. How old is he?
7 months.
7 months. Yeah, I mean, some take longer than others. Like all of my kids, I think, took like a while.
Dude, last night he cried from halftime of the Eagles game till 1:40 in the morning straight.
That's brutal.
Just straight crying.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that's why that's when you go take a walk by yourself.
I was gonna say,
go on a
with
drive
or without him.
Just go on a drive.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean that's always fun.
So, really quick before we start
ahead.
the show, before we start talking sports, I was gonna do this to fill a little bit of time, but now since you're here, we can still talk about it. So Thursday is the big day, right? So it's my favorite day, one of my favorite days of the year.
Yep.
So when you guys walk into, your house or whoever's friend, family member, friend, whoever, whenever you go to their house, you pick up a plate. You walk up to the buffet style or the dinner style. What do your plates look like on Thursday? What do we got going?
I'm trying to think here. So, Chris, do you want to take it first?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
This year it's not going to be like it's been the years past for me.
Yeah,
okay.
Because, I'm a chicken cutlet guy on Thanksgiving.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, like, I enjoy making
dig
chicken
that.
cutlets on, but like we're not doing it this year. I'm not doing it.
I love the full grease ball mode.
Yeah. So I'll walk in, get some mac and cheese, some turkey, and some bread. That's
so
it.
you're pro
That's it.
turkey.
Yeah,
You're pro
that's
turkey. Okay.
That's all I'll have.
No mashed potatoes, anything like that.
I hate mashed potatoes.
What?
I hate mashed
Okay, hold on.
Alright.
What's your beef with mashed potatoes?
I don't. Okay, so I like them when they're
You don't like them with chicken cutlets?
no.
Wow.
I like mac and cheese with chicken cutlets.
Dude, you take the chicken cutlet and you do a little scoop
Right.
of the mashed
potato.
potatoes. Yeah.
I do it
You're
with
right.
mac and cheese.
I mean, that still sounds
Yeah.
good, but mashed potatoes. Like
yeah,
a
you
staple.
get the mashed
But
potato.
So what's your beef?
You scoop the mashed potato.
Yeah.
You get the chicken cutlet. Or I do it with the turkey too. I just scoop the mashed
Oh,
potato
sure.
and then eat the turkey.
And then with the turkey, a
The
little
same bite.
with little gravy on it as well.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
So I hate clumpy mashed potatoes.
I would
That's the
argue
best
that's the
one.
best kind. Yeah.
So I hate that, and I feel like that's all my family knows how to make. So I
So
just,
you
so I
like?
just stay away from it.
So you probably like the minute like
I love
bagged. Yeah, like the bag, like the powder, the
Instant-
ones where you
oh
just
my
throw a little
God.
water in it. And
Yeah, great, delicious.
All right,
No.
so we know Chris is like serial killer.
yeah,
Drake.
that's
Well,
psychotic.
well,
Like
Soupy mashed
listen,
potatoes.
I
Well,
can,
I also
I can-
bite the Hershey bar too.
yeah, and the Kit Kat.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
true.
Kit Kat, yeah.
That's true.
psychopath moves. Like
That's true.
I can do the bagged like minute
Right,
mashed
sure.
potatoes. I can do it in a pinch, but give me the real clumpy mashed potatoes all day.
Every day.
No.
Every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Oh,
So,
you,
all right,
you
Mike,
think you
so-
know a guy?
Yeah, right. So all right, Mike. So
Potatoes
you
it would go French fries, then a
What
baked
kind of French
potato-
fries?
then a baked potato.
What kind of
Mashed
French
potato
fries?
would be less. Any French fry.
Okay.
I mean, I love a mashed potato. I can understand it being not in somebody's top 5. Like I get that, but
But he said
we
people would hate.
debated that, right?
I
Mike,
think
you and I
he's-
debated that a long time ago. I think.
We might have.
I
like,
think
I
it was
think
one
we
of our
did-
first top 5s.
We did like a ranking of like
Yeah.
potatoes or something like that. I forget exactly what we did, but so my plate, yeah, I mean, you obviously go turkey, mashed potatoes. My mother makes a mean sweet potato, like a mashed casserole kind of thing. It's unreal. That's in there. Some sort of pasta, like either whether it's a mac and cheese, baked ziti, something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Occasionally, I'll go for like a green bean casserole if I'm feeling it, but that's not really my favorite.
Okay. So I do the turkey. So what I do is I get my turkey. I'll get my mashed potatoes. I get mac and cheese. I get some corn. Whatever it is. I pick the skin off of my turkey first and eat that.
Okay, so I'm not a skin guy.
Oh man, that's
I'm not a
the best
skin
part.
guy.
It's my favorite part. I'm pro turkey guy though. Like I know a lot of people don't like turkey.
It's a lot of unnecessary hate. I don't like it.
Yeah, I agree.
White meat on the turkey or the dark
Yeah,
meat?
I'm white meat guy.
I'm a white meat guy too. Yeah.
So what about dessert?
So we talked about this. We talked about
Yeah.
this last week a little bit. Chris, I'm curious. What are your thoughts on pumpkin pie?
I'm not a big pumpkin pie guy.
Really?
I'm a pumpkin bread guy,
Okay.
but I'm not a pumpkin pie guy.
Dom said he didn't. Well, he's never
So-
tried pumpkin pie because he doesn't like pumpkin things.
So you're anti mashed potato, but you're pro pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin bread, yeah. Pumpkin bread is delicious.
Okay.
Pumpkin
pie,
bread is pretty good. Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. So
Uh,
so desserts in general, yeah. I mean, a pumpkin pie, apple pie, things.
You
like
got to
that.
hit him with it. You got to hit. We talked about it last week.
I gotta hit him with what? Hit him with what?
What did we talk about last week? What dessert?
What? Oh, banana cream pie.
Yeah.
Banana cream
cream
pie is a
pie.
staple.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Dude, literally what you just named, me and Brianna went to Lynn Villa on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Picked up a pumpkin pie, an apple pie, and a chocolate cream pie.
Yeah.
Love that.
Have you ever
Love
had
it.
banana?
Never had banana cream pie.
Do you like banana?
I do like banana.
See, I'm not a big banana guy. I like actual
Who
bananas,
doesn't
but I
like
don't like.
banana?
Well, no. So I like actual bananas. I don't like the banana like flavored things.
Oh, okay.
So I'm very like because they're obviously made with real bananas. So I'm very pro banana cream pie.
And it's funny, you were just talking about Linvilla's banana cream pies literally
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
And I
It's
went
one of the best.
I went and I got 12 donuts, and they didn't make.
Dude, what did that cost you? $100?
It was like
For all this
Three
stuff, yeah.
pies and
146. It was like $60. They were like $18 a pie.
yeah, it's
That's-
insane.
That's one place I've never been to.
It's
It's
worth.
Cool.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's good with the kids. Like
What kind-
like there's animals.
Yeah.
Then there's like a hayride you could do. There's apple toss you could do.
Okay.
There's like a shop. There's
Yeah.
a pumpkin patch.
Brianna and I every year since we've gone, we pick a Christmas ornament every year.
Okay.
Okay,
Bring it
nice.
to the house, and then we also let this year's CJ pick one. So whatever
Oh,
he
nice.
asked for, we grabbed and brought it.
So what kind of donuts? We're talking like apple cider kind of donuts?
Cider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously, that makes
We
sense.
we always get the apple cider like drink, and we take 2 sips of it the whole year, and then it sits on my fridge for 6 months.
I mean, that's got to go bad at some point. I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, no, it's not good. Yeah, no, just forget about it.
That,
So.
make a little cocktail up. Throw a little, I don't know, rum in it
True.
or something. You could do that.
True.
Yeah, it's. Listen, I'm a little hyped for this football game down on Thursday. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm gonna wake up all sore on Friday. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
you
fun.
sure are. You might be sore by dinner.
Yeah, true. I know.
So
What's the
We'll see.
over-unders on catches for Mike?
I'm gonna double everything he does.
Okay, I
So-
mean,
so whatever
maybe.
he has,
It's
I'm
my
gonna have double.
Listen, I'm a rookie. All right, I'm coming to this league cold, or this game.
What are you,
cold.
Chris Coast, the 30-year-old rookie?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I've never played in this game before. I don't know what the level is. You know.
I played with Dom before two-hand touch with these guys. The same guys, right? Dom?
No, different guys. The same one guy, my brother-in-law, but
Yeah.
a different group of guys.
Is it two-hand touch?
Yeah, it's rough touch. Yeah,
Remember
Rough
when
touch. I heard a 2-hand touch.
that dude?
it's rough touch. It's rough touch, two-hand touch, same thing.
Fair enough.
It's on grass. It's not on.
I got
um,
not on
concrete.
Not when we played on concrete.
No,
like
no.
that dude.
Every week, yeah.
You guys are so
Now,
psychotic.
well, so yeah, we used to play weekly on concrete, and
That's a psychotic move.
at night, in an empty parking lot, and
you see, being from
Chris-
Jersey
Chris-
and living in
Chris-
Jersey is not. That's not my thing. That's,
right.
that's-
So
that's
Chris
foreign to
was
me.
probably the only, maybe one of two, maybe two, one of the two guys that played football out of the 11 or 12 or 13 guys that we had playing, actually played high school football, and yeah.
Yeah, Chris. To answer your question, I'll set my over under at 0.5 catches.
0.5?
I'll set my.
I'm gonna quadruple that by I don't even know what the right language to use to
No,
say what I'm
I'm-
gonna do in that game.
It'll be over that because if I'm not feeling it or whatever, I'll run something
You
short.
catch a little screen pass,
Exactly.
like Julio Jones did last night.
Exactly. There you
You
go.
catch a screen pass, 1 yard yak. Not that I have much either,
I
but
was gonna say I don't know that you're hitting top speed either.
listen, man, you'll be surprised.
Dom-
You'll
I
find
don't
out
know,
Thursday.
Dom and I were texting last night.
I need to see Mike attempt to defend Dom. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I would shut
yeah.
your ass down.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't.
It's not even close.
What do you mean it's not even close?
It's not even close.
Because you said what? So
You
who did
couldn't
you
shut a window.
Well, who did you say that you could shut down?
Eli
Or-
Ricks.
Yeah, you said you could burn Eli Ricks.
Which I was joking about at first.
and I said you wouldn't cook me is I think what I said or something along those
Well,
lines.
I said I think I said I would cook Eli Ricks, and you said you wouldn't even cook me. And I said I told you 10 routes, 10 throws, I catch all 10.
There's
It's
not a snowball
even
chance in hell.
close. You'll be running circles.
Circles.
Yeah,
Like-
dude, you'll be defending me. You're gonna be running circles. They call me the Fat Marvin Harrison for a reason.
No, there's not a chance in hell.
There's absolutely a chance.
Dude,
I'm like the out of shape Daryl Revis. All right.
Dom
Yeah.
also said he's catching that throw from Mahomes last night too.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet he is. Yeah, I bet he is. I don't know if he would have made it there. He would have made it like 10 yards down the field.
Oh,
at the time.
I did tell Chris that I needed like a
45
45
yard
yard
head start.
head start. But
All right, that makes sense then.
I did right. I didn't say I could. I just said I could catch it. I didn't say I could run.
Fair enough.
He said because I said I need a 25-yard head start. He said, "Well, I need a 30." I said, "If you need a 30, I need a 45."
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I guess we kind of moved to the game. They listen. A win is a win. They're lucky to get out of there with a win, though. In my eyes.
Yeah, it felt like it wasn't gonna go that way. You know, I was telling somebody today that win last night, even the Super Bowl year, the 2017 year, they don't win that game. Like the last 2 years, they win that game. It's just
Yeah,
so weird to
sure.
feel. You know, like we're not used to this.
Yeah,
What winning games you're not really supposed to?
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. I think that. I mean, Desai has my buy-in now at this point, right? I mean, I think he adjusts. He does what Nick Sirianni once did, adjusts on the fly and makes better calls on defense.
Yeah, I mean, I forget. I don't know the exact number or the exact stat, but the last handful of games, they don't let up many points in the second half. They just
Yeah.
don't.
They adjust really well.
I mean,
Yeah.
they got really lucky in the second half too.
Sure.
I think it was 2 third down drops and a 4th down drop.
And
It's
like
definitely
drops
1 third down, and
and like
definitely 1
drops,
fourth down.
drops and turnovers from like a guy like Travis Kelce who doesn't do that often.
But I'll actually give them credit for that one. Popping the ball out.
Sure, yeah.
I actually thought that Kevin Byard interception was better than people thought it was. Yeah, it was a little underthrown, but the receiver was going to catch it. I just think he hid behind the receiver and just made a great play.
Yeah, it just was. I just don't think it was the right. Again, I don't know if underthrown's the right word. I think he just threw it to the wrong spot. If he throws that to the corner of the end zone, I think it's a touchdown.
Sure, it's a touchdown. No, sure, yeah. But he decoyed himself in enough to
Sure,
where Allen
yeah.
said. I mean, Mahomes said, I'll put it right. Right there, he's wide open.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. They did stop the run though in the second half.
Yeah, they
Yep.
did.
Yeah, because it looked like at the beginning of the game, Pacheco was going off for like 300 yards.
Yeah,
Like he was. Just,
he went from averaging like almost 6 yards a carry to, I think it was like 2 under 3 in the second half. So,
Yeah, and then Mahomes, it's just so hard to keep him from getting those run yards. Like you have to respect the arm, so you have to play back. And then he just destroys you. Like you think he's getting tackled for a sack, and he gets a 15-yard run.
Yeah.
Did they blitz at all yesterday?
Yeah.
Like
they
even
did.
once?
Yeah, they had that all
I-
out. They had that all out blitz when that kid Watson caught it on the sideline on like 3rd and long.
But I honestly think I can count on one hand how many times they blitzed in that game. It was a 4-man rush the entire game.
It was.
And it wasn't getting anywhere. It wasn't getting there. In the first drive, sure, the Reddick sack, but like, I don't know. I'm not like this Desai hater either. Like, he's limited a lot of teams to low points in the second half. I get that, but I just think they got really lucky yesterday in the second half.
Yeah, but it's also the argument where like if you blitz more, like our secondary and linebacking core obviously aren't great. But
they already suck even when you don't blitz.
I understand, but there's they need as much help as they can. If you're leaving guys, open with less people back there, Mahomes is going to tear you apart.
Right, but it was happening anyway. So why not try something else and blitz?
Yeah,
get there.
Yeah, they also did a really bad job at tackling yesterday too.
Horrible.
Yeah,
they
horrible.
Were just bouncing off of them. Like Pacheco was bouncing off of guys.
Dude, Rice caught a screen pass and turned. I think it was Slay who went for the tackle.
Yeah,
he practically jumped over him. Like,
dude, did you see what Slay said?
No.
Slay was like, "I'm gonna need Rice's information because I got to sue him. I got a family to feed."
Yeah, right. he turned a play that probably should have went for no gain, into like a 15-yard play. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I do think that Carter played pretty well yesterday. He was at least in on the plays. He wasn't getting blocked out of the way.
I think it's really hard to say how good or bad the defense line is because they got held the entire game.
Yeah, they did. It was so bad. And then it was so bad how blatant Troy Aikman hates the Eagles because they were talking about the Zacchaeus block and like the whole there, but they didn't say anything on the last play when Josh Sweat's literally turned around when Mahomes threw the first touchdown.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of respect the fact that he hates us. Like, I get it.
I don't think he does though. Like I don't
know that. I don't think he does either. I'm saying if he does, I kind of respect that
for sure. I don't think he hates us as much as we think he does. I think Joe Buck hates everybody except the St. Louis Cardinals. So
I like Joe Buck a lot.
So do I. I like both of them. I like both of them. I enjoy watching Monday night, because of those two guys. But what do you? So speaking of like the bad tackling and the bad secondary / linebackers, what about Leonard, Darius Leonard?
Yeah, I would love him. But
I know he's had some injury history, but that was a shocking move that the Colts released him.
The Colts knew that. Did they owe him a ton of money?
I think it's a big cap hit.
So I mean,
if he clears waivers, I don't think you have to pay him that, right?
Really? Is that how it works?
That's what I don't.
Yeah, if he gets claimed, then the team, claiming him pays the contract or whatever. If he doesn't, I think the Bills pay a percentage. I don't know how the contract works.
Colts,
but the Colts pay whatever they have to drop him, and then he could sign wherever for
however
whatever.
much. Yeah. Like he could go on like a
I'm trying to find the reasoning or the money.
I've just seen people say it's just the fact that I think he's been up and down this year, injury, hasn't been healthy. He's probably not as good as he used to be.
He had back surgery last season.
Yeah. And he's not as good as he used to be, and he's got a big cap hit, and I just think they're not looking to make a Super Bowl run right now. So, but I'm curious to see like a guy like him who was really good the first couple of years, just come into a new situation and see if that ignites anything.
So his base salary this year was $15.7 million, and he has a
linebacker,
and he has a $6.5 million guaranteed for injury in next season. So it's 15.7 this year and 6.5 million.
And then he's a free agent?
Yeah, but if he clears waivers, he's a free agent.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But out of that 15.7 this year, I don't know what the Colts have to pay all that.
If that's the case, if that's the case, I don't think anybody claims him.
Yeah.
So I think right. They don't want to pay him that money, and no bad teams are going to go for him. So
I just hope he doesn't go to like the 49ers.
Yeah, that
would
it would be a move the Niners would make, to be honest.
Yeah,
especially cheap.
And Hufunga's out for the season. I know he plays safety, but they need tacklers.
Yeah, I think it'd be a big move for the Eagles.
Would you? So he would take place of Morrow?
Yeah, because those guys basically play middle linebacker, right?
Who?
They do two linebackers. They do two linebackers and like what 5?
D line.
Or 4 D line, 5 DB, and 2 linebackers, right?
Yep.
That's
so. Leonard signed a 5-year, $99 million contract in 2021. That deal was scheduled to run through 2026, but it contains no guarantees beyond this season. Releasing Leonard saves the Colts more than $16 million in salary cap next season, when he would have had a cap number of 20.1.
I think a lot of Colts fans were like expecting this, but not until the offseason.
Right.
Before the deadline, which is probably like March 1st or something. So, yeah.
See, the problem with football is it makes all too much sense for the Eagles to get him, so that won't happen. It's not like baseball, where baseball you're like, oh, the team is a pitcher away. Let's just go get the best pitcher. Like like they'll end up on Tennessee or something like that.
And I always feel like whenever it's like the Eagles like wanting a guy, like remember Jalen Ramsey, like everybody thought Jalen Ramsey, like go get it. Like all these we talked about this before. It's every single guy that's like makes sense. I'm not even saying Jalen Ramsey necessarily made sense, but like any guy that makes sense for that position that they need, they never go after.
Yeah.
And then they hit you with the AJ Brown, like out of nowhere, You weren't expecting AJ Brown at all.
Yeah. That is true.
So
the one thing, listen, I know Taylor wasn't there, but at least one Swift showed up. The other Swift's so good.
Yeah. As long as he stays healthy.
I thought he looked tremendous. I mean, I know Sanders had a damn good year last year, but Swift is just a so much better runner than Sanders.
And I think
a better receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just when he has the ball in his hands is what I meant by runner. But
he's a physical runner.
Yeah.
He's a more physical runner. I think he was not in a great position the last few years with Detroit, and I know Detroit looks, Detroit's probably the second best team in the NFC. But I just think change of scenery really helped him too. Coming home,
sure.
Sometimes when you get in those situations where like you just need a fresh start and like you need new voices in your head telling you like go out there and play when you're not feeling 100%. And I think that Detroit didn't before this year didn't have really the best culture, the best locker room, the best
Sure.
And I think here they do, and that really screams like that just it screams volume. So
yeah, totally.
Offensive line played horrible.
They looked lost.
They looked really bad for the first time in a long time. They looked really bad.
You think it's just kind of a one-off game, or like should we get concerned like moving forward about the line? Like obviously Kelsey and Lane aren't getting younger. Like it's a pretty old line.
I mean, I think they're always gonna prioritize offensive line.
Sure,
but I mean, do you mean like long term, or do you mean like for next week?
Yeah, the rest of the season.
No, I mean until you see it for 2 games in a row.
Sure.
Plus, Spags did really good job with like changing things up, things they've never seen.
Yeah,
this year.
He blitzes like corners a lot. Like,
yeah, different players. Yeah,
yeah.
different looks. And it's never like the same look 2 plays in a row. So, I would say give this another couple games, and if this keeps happening, then you get concerned. But let's see how they play Sunday. You know.
It was Jurgen's first game back. Like,
right.
You got to get that continuity back too. Like knowing that the guy who's next to you, he was just gone for 4 weeks. So just making sure that guy next to you knows the assignment. Like it looks like they missed some assignments on some plays. Like the communication wasn't clear. There was that one play where Gay got right into the backfield where Jurgens and Kelsey both misread the block and they both like tackled down on the same guy. And he came right through. So I think there's just some communication gaps that they got to clear up there. I don't care what anybody says. This game meant, I know they're saying it's just another game, but there had to have been like so much built up in that locker room about this game.
Well, yeah, especially with the way that Sirianni reacted after the game.
Oh, did you see that, Mike?
Yeah, I did see that, yeah.
How do you guess?
Sirianni wants to be a cornball. No, I get it. It's fine.
I actually didn't love it.
No, I didn't either. It was a kind of tasteless.
Right.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like treat it as any other game. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a regular season game. I mean,
and like honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I really don't think the game is all that important. Like I mean, I know you want to be the 1 seed, and that 1 seed is important, but like it's an AFC team. If you lose, I don't think it's the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, but I think it's a big deal in the fact that you're showing Detroit and Dallas and the Niners like we can beat the next best team probably the next best team in the NFL, or one of the next best teams in the NFL.
Sure.
So I think it means something in those standards, not in the we need revenge. But I think it's good to show other teams that we can beat other good teams. You know, we've already beaten Dallas, we've beaten Miami, we've beaten
But I think people know they can be good teams.
I
don't think losing to the Chiefs in week 11. I don't think tells you whether you can or can't.
If they lost that game last night, it's a big deal. The way they lost that game. If they would have lost a good game, okay, fine, I agree with that. But if they would have blew that game, if they would have lost that game in the last 3 minutes or 6 minutes, whatever it was, when Mahomes had the ball, like we're talking today about how the Eagles are overrated and
I disagree
because they didn't show up. I'm saying the national media, like the
national media
everybody.
is dumb. The national media is dumb.
Well, that's what I'm talking about though. Like I'm saying this shows that the Eagles, it shows other fan bases, other teams, the media that they're beating good teams. They're not just beating, Washington.
I don't think that Kansas City is that good.
Well, I think their defense is better than people give them credit for.
It's a lot better.
Their offense sucks.
As long as you have Patrick Mahomes, though, you have a chance to do anything.
Yeah, but if you shut Kelsey down, which they did, I mean, he scored. Kelsey's going to get his. Those receivers suck.
They're terrible.
They're not good. Yeah, no, I know. But but still, man, they're what 8-2 or 7? What are they? What is their record? 7-3. I mean, who's making it out of the AFC now that Burrow's down?
Yeah,
I think Miami's fraudulent.
Yeah,
I think Buffalo stinks.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, I also agree with that.
And 2 weeks ago, if you would have told me Kansas City was, I thought they were going to lose in the second round, or maybe in the championship, whatever round it is, championship game. Like, I didn't think they were going to make it back to the Super Bowl, but like, who the hell's in their way now?
I'm trying to think. I really can't even think of anybody.
Denver's coming on hot as of
Baltimore.
No, did you say Denver? Relax.
Denver has been coming on hot.
Oh, he's fine. I mean, they won 4 straight. They've won 4 straight, but it's the Denver Broncos.
They stink, but they won 4 straight. No,
they're the Denver Broncos. I mean,
it's Jacksonville and Baltimore.
Yeah, I would say the Ravens, but like, Lamar doesn't do anything come playoff time either.
Yeah, and Mark Andrews is out for the season, right?
I believe so.
So
you have Miami, who I think is, like I said, fraudulent.
How the fuck are the Browns 7-3?
Yeah, they're playing,
and they're without their quarterback. But they're not going to. Even if they make the playoffs, they're out in the first round.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh stinks.
Their defense plays really good.
No, I think. I mean, I know you said they're fraudulent, Dom, but I think the Dolphins give the Chiefs the best chance, just because
I disagree.
just because I think they're the only team that, if they're hot, can rival like the scoring. Like they could outscore them on their best day. I don't know that any other team can outscore. No, you don't.
I disagree with that.
Who do you think is the best chance?
Well, let me tell you this. I think Miami, beats up on good teams and can't. And Tua is not good enough to beat top defenses. And I think Kansas City is a really really underrated defense.
Agreed.
That's the reason I don't think Miami. I think they blow Miami out of the water.
Yeah, they also can run the ball well this year, Miami.
As long as their guys stay healthy. Mostert has never played a full season. The rookie can't stay on the field. I hear you guys.
It also might depend on where the game is, because Miami at home is 5-0 and away they're 2-3.
Who they play at home though?
I don't know. I'd have to look at that.
I got you right here. So they've played. They've played the Broncos, and when they put up 70, the Broncos stunk at that point. They still do. The Giants stink. The Panthers stink.
The Patriots
stink. And the Raiders stink.
Stink, yeah.
Who they haven't played anybody. So I'm gonna say even though
you only play who's on your
no
schedule.
for sure, absolutely, but that doesn't mean they can go and beat Kansas City.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Who Kansas City lost to? Us, Detroit, and
the Broncos. That's a division game though.
Right. So you don't think Miami, who put 70 up on the Broncos?
On the Chiefs. Or the Broncos.
They lost to the Broncos, Kansas City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't think a team that got 70 put on them?
The Broncos were a different team then.
Oh,
let's chalk it up to that. Let's chalk it up to that.
I understood that the Broncos were decent, and you told me.
Well, hold on. They were they're a better team now than they were when they got blown out 70-20, to Miami. But you said compete to take out the Chiefs. I don't think they're there. I don't think they're taking out the Chiefs.
I think Baltimore has the best chance to go against the Chiefs, even though I don't think they will beat them. It's them in Jacksonville. I really, and they're not. None of those teams are that good. I'm not saying they're that good, but I think Jacksonville and Baltimore have a better chance than Miami, Cleveland, Houston has a rookie quarterback, Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the NFC. The NFC is the rough thing to make it out of. You make it out of the NFC.
Right. You have Dallas. You have Detroit. You have
49ers.
Yeah, the NFC South sucks. The Niners, even the Seahawks to a certain degree.
Oh yeah, the Seahawks. What are they? 7-3 too?
6-4.
6-4.
Yeah, they lost this week. They blew that, didn't they? Or no? I'm thinking of Chicago beat the Lions.
Yeah, Lions almost.
The Rams. They blew it against the Rams. That's what it was. The Seahawks, but
NFC.
It's a weird year.
Well, I feel like the last couple we've been saying this I said it all season last season. It's most of the NFL stinks. There's 2 or 3 good teams, and the rest of the.
But that's sports in general, though.
Yeah.
Brady,
I heard. I saw. Yeah.
He's this is a really washed down league right now.
The coaches suck, and the player safety said something, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Brady.
He was talking.
Brady
about
said.
Brady.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, and the problem is the quarterback play is I feel really down. I don't know what the reasoning for it is, but there's 1, 2, 3 top guys, and everybody else stinks.
We've argued about this.
We have,
times.
Yeah. We have.
But that's it. There's only ever 5 good quarterbacks in the league in the history, at a time. There's never 15 good quarterbacks.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but at the same time, I don't trying to think of the way to put this. I feel there's more people in the upper tier, I guess is what I'm saying. Right now, you would say, I mean, you
could
do you mean
count. The upper, that's what I'm saying. The top.
You could count.
The top
no,
5.
but you could count Burrow maybe up there with Mahomes, but right now he's not healthy, so we'll take him out. But right now, tier 1, Mahomes. I don't think there's anybody in the tier 1. Go ahead.
This
Chris.
year or in general?
This year, right now.
Okay.
I don't know. Dak's having a really good year. I hate to say it, but he's having statistically he is having.
With Mahomes,
really
you're putting him up with Mahomes.
Dude, he's putting up a ton of touchdowns. He's throwing a ton of touchdowns.
But they haven't played anybody either, though.
Yeah, but we're just going off of like stats, right? Like that's what we're
Sure.
basing it off.
Stats, eye test. I think it's all kind of there. But
I
I
think-
mean, also, I mean, I'm not going to take it away from him the fact that he hasn't played anybody because again, we just talked about the NFL in general kind of stinks.
No, I hear you. I mean, when you play the Panthers, the Patriots, the
Someone's got to
Giants,
play the Panthers,
the
and Patriots
Cardinals.
Sure.
I know, but I'm saying like I don't know. I don't. You know, you're supposed to put up 38 against the Patriots. Like
he's got 19 touchdowns this year to 6 interceptions.
and this is not me downgrading anything. I think Dak is having a very nice year. I'm just I don't know.
He's on pace to throw what? We're halfway through the season.
Yeah, he's on pace to lose in the first round again.
And
Too,
you know who didn't put up 38 against the Patriots? Jalen Hurts. I
right,
mean,
that was week 1. That when
sure.
he hasn't played since
Sure.
fucking February.
I'm sure.
I mean, he's also got 7 straight. He's the first quarterback to have 7 straight wins with down 10 points. So like,
Yep.
Yeah,
I think Hurts right now is the MVP. Who else is the MVP?
the MVP.
Yeah, who else is the MVP?
McCaffrey.
They're not going to give it to him.
You don't think
It's not
so?
gonna happen.
I think
He'll get Offensive Player of the Year.
I think he's the most valuable player in the league because without him, I think that team stinks. With him, they're
Nah, I don't think they
contenders.
stink.
Tyreek
I don't think they
Hill?
stink. No, it's Jalen Hurts.
I think it's McCaffrey. You don't think turnovers will hurt Hurts' case?
No, because they've been limited these last few.
They have.
last
They have.
6-7 weeks.
He's got 10 turnovers,
Yeah, I know.
15 touchdowns.
What those turnovers? When do those turnovers come? The first 5 weeks of the season.
No, I'm
Well, at the end of the season, people don't look at when they came; they just look at the final number. And there's
Sure,
still
but
a
if
handful of
you
weeks.
throw-
So if he has 15, 16 turnovers by the end of the season,
Right, but what I'm saying is the clump of them came in early season. If he starts to even them out, he'll get less and less and less as the year
Sure.
goes on. They're never going to. The MVP is always a quarterback. I think McCaffrey's going
Usually.
to win Offensive Player of the Year.
let's see.
I think there's a chance.
Yeah.
What are the odds right now?
Man, I'm pulling it
Jalen
up.
Hurts is number 1, plus 250.
Season
Is this a fact? Do you know this for a fact? Did you
I
look
saw
at this?
today. I saw today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lamar
Who's number
Jackson,
two?
Guys,
Lamar,
I know what I'm talking about.
Lamar Jackson's 2. Who's 3?
Patrick Mahomes
Where's McCaffrey at?
He's not on the list.
How?
who is
I might put a bet in for Christian McCaffrey because he should win it.
he's
In my
You're
eyes,
not going to.
why
You're
not?
You're lighting money on
Why?
fire.
Why is he
Because
going
they
to?
don't give it
The
to a running
NFL
back.
is dumb. Find me a more valuable player in this league than Christian McCaffrey.
he's plus 4,000.
Yeah, there's no chance.
great
There's
value.
Zero chance.
Find me a
Great
more-
value for you to burn money.
Find a more valuable player in this league than Christian
Jalen Hurts.
McCaffrey.
Jalen Hurts.
What are the
Because
Eagles'
you
record?
can
What
take
are the
McCaffrey-
Eagles?
you can
what are
take
the?
Mc-
Hold on. What is the Eagles' record without Jalen Hurts? What do you think, honestly?
They lost 2 games last year without him. And then they haven't played without him since. So I'm not sure. They don't. They're not good without him at all. But I know that without McCaffrey, they can still make the playoffs. San Francisco.
Can they?
Yes, they probably won't win, but they can make the playoffs. The Eagles do not make the playoffs without a quarterback like Jalen Hurts. I'm 100% confident in that.
I don't know that I don't know. I don't know because like Hurts
Is
hasn't.
Patrick Mahomes not more valuable than McCaffrey? They'd probably be fucking have 2 wins without Mahomes.
Well, sure, yeah, no, I get
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So that's 2 guys that's more valuable. Lamar Jackson's more valuable on his team than McCaffrey is because they stink without him, and he stinks too.
Christian McCaffrey's the most valuable player in the league.
It's not. No,
I stand
no,
by
he's
that.
not.
Yes,
He's
he
the
is.
offensive player. I'm not even disagreeing with you. It's just not going to happen.
No, it's probably not going to happen. But I think the NFL needs to open their eyes.
I
a little bit.
disagree that he's
Stop
the most
being so-
valuable player for his team in the league. I disagree with that. He's a great player. He's the best player in the position. He's been unbelievable this year. If you take him off that team, they still make the playoffs. They may not win. They don't even win with him. Fuck him too. Honestly, they don't even win with him. So he's another guy that's got to stay healthy. So
Sure, I
so
agree.
you know that. But like these teams, you take these quarterbacks off this team. These teams they stink.
Sure.
So that's valuable.
I just think they should open their eyes and give it to a running back.
Okay. Again, he's not. It's most valuable player.
He is
He-
valuable.
he's very valuable, but not as valuable as 10 or 15 other guys that are probably ahead of him.
15?
10 or 15 other guys ahead of him.
Chris,
what is he on the list? What's on the list?
Chris, how many people are ahead of him on the list?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're going from plus 250 to plus 4,000.
He's 11th on the list.
Yeah, 10 to 15. That's in there. That's in between 10 and 15.
Who are
11.
1 through 10?
Hurts, Jackson, Mahomes.
All three are more valuable.
Tua,
More valuable.
Dak,
More valuable.
Brock Purdy.
No.
Yes.
No.
You know what? You want to know
No.
why? Because there's only 2 teams in this league that he goes to and he plays the way he's playing. It's San Francisco and the Eagles. Any other team he goes to, he stinks. You've never heard of him. He's more valuable to the Niners than McCaffrey
I
is.
disagree.
Then why did they not beat them? Okay, so the NFC Championship game last year was just meaningless then.
No, because they had nobody.
Because they could.
They had nobody
Dude,
to throw the ball.
Brock
They had
Purdy
nobody.
comes out.
Zero.
Okay, let me ask this question.
Nobody.
Let me ask this question.
Zero.
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay, let me
Nobody
ask
throw
you.
the ball.
Let me
Nobody.
Are you gonna let me talk? Seriously, are
ahead.
you gonna let me talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Brock Purdy came out, and then another quarterback came in. Do you remember that? And they fucking sucked.
And
They sucked.
He got
They
hurt
sucked.
Oh, shit.
They
He got hurt on,
sucked. McCaffrey stayed in the game, and he fucking stunk. He stunk.
Scored.
He carried that whole. He
Yeah.
carried the team.
He carried the whole team. One touchdown.
He's every yard that they got.
Hallelujah.
Every yard that they got was
Hallelujah.
from him.
Hallelujah. They
and
did a great job.
yeah, the
They did a
backup-
great job
the
without
back-
Brock Purdy.
The backup quarterback that came in got hurt in like the second play he was in there. So they couldn't throw the ball after that. They couldn't throw the ball. You knew exactly what was coming.
Because Brock Purdy is more valuable to the Niners right now than McCaffrey is. They don't make the playoffs without Purdy. They make the playoffs without McCaffrey. It's a fact.
CJ Stroud.
More valuable to his
That's
team
not-
than McCaffrey
Oh,
is.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Dude, you don't watch football. You really don't. Like how are
He's
you
having a
watching
good.
teams?
He's having a good
You
rookie
have
year.
admitted. You have admitted that you have not watched football in the last few weeks.
No,
You
listen.
don't watch football if you're saying this.
CJ Stroud's been very good for Houston.
He's
It's
been
like-
great.
yes, for like 4 weeks.
No, it's been more than 4. It's been since like week 3.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the team's like under 500. Sure, let's give it.
No, they're not. That's the
Well,
thing.
what's
They're
their
not because
record?
you don't watch football.
What's
You
their
haven't watched
record?
football since week 4.
What's their record? What's
Jesus
their record?
Christ.
What's their record?
7-3? Are they 7-3?
The Texans?
6-4. I'm sorry, 6-4.
That's better than I thought. But
And he
there's
beat
no-
Burrow. And he beat Burrow in Cincinnati.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Who's
more valuable than McCaffrey.
Josh Allen.
He is more valuable than he sucks this year because he has a turnover machine. They stink. They're even worse without him. More valuable.
Trevor Lawrence.
More valuable.
Okay, fair enough.
Jared Goff.
Absolutely more valuable.
Okay.
And then McCaffrey.
And there's probably guys after him that are more.
All right,
valuable.
give us the next like 2 or 3.
Tyreek Hill.
Absolutely.
Miles Garrett.
All right, now we're getting a little nuts. Okay. All right,
So you
McCaffrey's there. Then.
said-
11 or 12.
And then you said that you think McCaffrey's going to win Offensive Player of the Year.
Probably.
Either him
he
or
deserves it.
Tyreek. Either him or Tyreek.
No,
Probably.
I think it's McCaffrey.
He's third on that list.
Who's ahead of him? Tyreek and who else?
Tyreek and AJ Brown.
AJ
Nah.
Brown.
Nah, I don't think that happens.
And then
That's Vegas. That's Vegas telling you we want your money
yeah.
because it's McCaffrey. It's McCaffrey.
Then it's
100%.
McCaffrey, then CD Lamb.
It's McCaffrey
Yeah.
easily.
Interesting.
We haven't got that. I haven't gotten that heat in a while.
No, that was fun.
Player of the
missed
Year.
that.
Who do you think first is?
What'd you say?
Defensive player of the year?
Yeah.
Who's I don't know.
Parsons up there.
Miles Garrett.
Oh, he's up for he's top. Well, he's the first defensive player in MVP voting, so or MVP odds. That makes sense.
And then Micah Parsons. Then Max Crosby. Then TJ Watt.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
makes sense.
Dom, you okay?
I'm good. I took a couple deep breaths. I'm good.
When was the last time a non-quarterback won? Was that Adrian Peterson?
Might have been with Calvin. Did Calvin win?
Derrick
might have been Peterson.
Derrick Henry didn't win, did he? I know he was
No.
up there when he had like 2,000 yards. I don't know if he ever won though.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever won.
I could look.
Might
it
have been
up.
Peterson
I think it was Peterson.
because he rushed for fucking a million yards.
Adrian Peterson, 2012.
2012.
I know Calvin was up for voting a few times, but I don't think he ever won.
Trying to see the stats from that year.
I want to say that the last receiver to win one was like in like the 80s or the 90s.
I think a kicker won one before.
Yeah,
No,
that's not. Yeah,
really?
That's not. That's
19
not, that's
look
not
up
fair.
look up the 1983 NFL MVP.
Oh, when you said 19, I thought you were going to say like 1912 or some shit.
No, 1983.
The league came in about 1933, so 1912 would be a little tough.
19. What'd you say? 1980.
It's 1983 NFL MVP.
Joe Theismann. You ever heard of him?
Now he's a quarterback. He wasn't.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
Who was the kicker?
Hold on.
Just type in kicker who won MVP.
Mark Mosley, 1982.
Ah,
Oh, you're off
Red-
by a year.
Redskins kicker. Won MVP that year.
Interesting.
How bad do you think the NFL was that year?
right. All these people that say the sports were way better when they were younger. Yeah, it wasn't.
And he missed 4 field goals that year
Yeah.
and won MVP.
What was his longest field goal? 35 yards.
35 yards. But in 2012, Adrian Peterson won the MVP. He had 2,097 yards.
Yeah, he was like 6 yards or something shy of breaking the record, or like something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I thought maybe Derrick Henry won the MVP, because Derrick Henry in 2020 had 2,027 yards.
Okay.
But I think he might have been top 3 in MVP voting. I guess he didn't
Probably.
win though.
His longest kick that year, 48-yarder against
Yeah.
the Eagles.
Oh, 48 yards. That's like a 75 yards in today's game.
48-yarder against the Eagles.
Against the Eagles, nice.
That's back when like plumbers were like also kickers.
Like yeah, like butchers were like half the team.
Right.
Vince Papali was walking on.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Vince Papali was the number 1 receiver for the Eagles that year.
Oh, I got a hot take, Mike. I texted Dom this. Britton Covey has been super solid this year.
Been really good. I agree.
I'm not afraid of him fumbling.
No.
He's taking what's given to him. He actually had a really good look up in the sky. Oh, I'm gonna fair catch it, and the ball, jumped into the end zone.
And
That's a veteran move there.
yeah, and he like runs with purpose. Where like as soon as he catches the ball, he knows exactly where he wants to go. Hits a hole. Doesn't kind of wait. He just attacks. But no, I think he's been really good. And we all wanted him like out back and shot, a year ago.
Well, the only issue I have with him is he runs straight. Like
Yeah.
you saw what Kadarius Toney did yesterday. Like made people miss, spun around a couple times.
Yeah, but the Eagles tackling sucked anyway.
I know.
So
I know.
I'm just kidding.
How does that guy still have a job? The special teams coordinator, is that Michael Claiborne?
I couldn't tell you.
How does he still have a job? They have stunk in special teams the past 3 years. Like stunk. And you're not telling me that he's teaching Jake Elliott how to kick a field goal. Like he's not. Like Jake Elliott's kicking the ball for the past 8 years for the Eagles?
2017 was his rookie year
So
when we saw the kick.
6 years. So 6 years
Yeah.
he's been kicking. You're not coming in and I'm going to teach you how to kick the ball different. Your job is to teach them how to tackle, how to fan out and then fan back in. And they can't do that correct.
No.
You looking for a job?
I would love to be a special teams coordinator. I would be the most arrogant special teams coordinator. I'd be on the sideline chewing like bubble gum. Do you remember what movie is that? Rookie of the Year
Yeah.
with the guy
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the glasses that gets like locked in
From
the
Home
door?
Alone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is him.
Yeah.
Was it Marv?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could go up to Jordan Mailata and say, I think you're really good, but if you just
You gotta pass that.
yeah.
Your pass set's a little.
honestly, that guy might be onto something.
Actually, Mailata played pretty well yesterday.
I just saw Jalen Hurts running for his life, and I just was mad
Yeah,
at all
but
5 of them, so I
There was
couldn't
a
even
lot
tell
of
you.
like Hurts rolling right. Lane was getting
Yeah.
beat a ton yesterday, but I don't know if it was. They were running a lot of stunts at him for the outside.
Mhm.
So I mean, that's kind of hard.
Lane's got to get back on the juice, I think.
If they win the Super Bowl this year, is Lane? I had this conversation today. Lane Johnson retiring?
He might. Kelsey's definitely done. I don't think there's a question that Kelsey's done.
Regardless.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially
Probably.
we might have thought about it, especially after watching the documentary. Like, I can't believe he came back after the way he was talking on that documentary. I would have thought he was done last year. The way he was talking. Like, he was.
Even if they lose? You're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think
Like,
I
I
disagree
thought-
with that.
Just the way that he was talking on the documentary, it seemed like he was like 95% done after last year.
Dude, Travis
I was surprised
might
he came
retire.
back again. Yeah. Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
He said his body's getting beat the fuck up.
That retirement's not totally out of the question. They
You're
might
right,
retire
he's-
together.
They might. Well, it makes sense.
That'd be
They're
cute.
honestly.
going to make a ton of money on that. They said that they will have a job lined up immediately, like the Manning cast, like with the Kelseys watching football games.
Well,
They're
now
actually starting to get on my nerves a little bit.
the Mannings. I love the Mannings.
No. The
Oh,
Kelce-
the Kelseys. Well, listen. Now he's got Taylor Swift money, so he'll be set for
Right.
life.
Yeah, he could just go on tour.
Right. Just be a little groupie. Why they get on your nerves? Just in your face all the time.
Yeah.
Is it,
It's not
is
even
it
their fault.
though?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. I was telling somebody the other day, like it's like it sucks because Jason Kelsey was he was ours. Like
Sure.
like
And now
and
he's
that's what made it so
national.
special. Now he's national. And
Well,
it just doesn't.
It isn't their fault, but it kind of is. Like I feel like a lot of it
Well, yeah, they're
started with the
capitalizing on it,
podcast.
sure.
Well, with the podcast, it kind of started them being more.
Yeah, but I was
upfront in the
okay with
media
that
and-
though.
Yeah, but
I
that's
was okay
what,
with the
that's
little-
What, yeah, but that's what started the
Sure.
rise of the Kelsey brothers.
Yeah. I'm okay with that kind of like I don't know. I just think with the Taylor Swift stuff, it just you're having people who
Don't watch.
I'm
football.
okay. Yes, I'm okay with the people that watch football that listen to the podcast that say, "Oh, I like these two guys."
Right.
And now you're having people who don't give a shit about football who are throwing it in our face.
Yeah, the Taylor
Did you
Swift
guys know
maniacs.
Jason Kelsey and Travis Kelsey are two awesome people? Yes, we've known this for fucking 10 years
Right.
or however long. Like, you know, it just and listen, I'd probably capitalize on it too, but
Sure.
you know, it's just a little annoying.
The only thing that makes me think Kelsey is still playing at such an elite level. Like he's still the best center.
Is
in
he the best
football.
ever? Oh,
He's still-
I think you meant Travis. Sorry.
Jason
He's
Kelsey.
talking to Jason. He's talking
I
about
think-
Jason.
Right. No. I thought because we were talking about Travis possibly retiring. I thought you were talking about Travis.
I was saying, well,
being so high. You
I
know,
was saying like Jason is still playing at a high level.
Sure.
Like I think if he probably plays another 2 years, and I know that's far fetched. 38-year-old is old.
Did
for
you
a center.
did
He
you
might
watch
be
the
the best
Kelsey?
center. I did.
Did you watch the Kelsey documentary?
I did.
Just the way he was talking about that, he just seemed like he's done. Like his body can't take it anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily that. Oh, I have to play another 2 years, 1 year, whatever. I just think he's physically just
Yeah, just can't do it.
mentally, physically. I think they both Kelseys are. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of them have a lot of wear and tear. They play every game. Like
Yep.
they don't miss games. So like they have a lot of wear and tear. And when Kelsey got hurt before week one, he didn't play week one. Somebody came up to me and said, I guarantee you he doesn't have any more than 10 games that he's missed in his career. And I said, oh, I would say probably about 10. And he's like, nah, man, I don't think so. I think he's like closer to like 5 or 6. We looked it up. He's got like only like 5 games in his career that like he's
Travis
missed.
Kelce?
Travis, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the best ever though?
Travis
At
Kelsey, tight end. I would
Yeah.
say he's 4th or 5th.
I
don't
would put him at
think-
number 2.
Yeah, I think Tony Gonzalez is the best ever.
No, I actually think
Gronk?
I think Gronk is number 1.
So I think it's
I think-
Gronk, Antonio Gates. I think you could put up there.
No, he's
Tony
not better.
Gonzalez. Tony,
Look at his
maybe
numbers.
not. Maybe you might be
Yeah.
right. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Tony Gonzalez, I think might be better. I think I put him anywhere from 3 to 5.
I have him at number 2. I think Gronk is a little bit better, but I could see the debate.
Yeah, sure.
I think Jason Kelsey could go down as the greatest center ever.
I don't know enough about because there's only like 5 centers in the Hall of Fame ever. I don't know
think
enough about the
Mike-
other guys.
I think Mike Webster would be the only one that he would probably him and Chuck Bednarik.
Yeah.
Well, here's a problem when you have the best center of all time argument is there's really no stats to back it off of. Like you have to like
Right.
physically watch them. You know what I mean? Like
all pros, right? First team all pros.
yeah,
He's a
yeah, but
first team All Pro.
Yeah, but what is that? That tells you more about, I guess, the era. Like, he was the best center of that era, not of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you guys watch before the game started yesterday with Brian Kelly talking, because Brian Kelly coached both the Kelseys.
Okay.
At
In Cincinnati.
Yeah. Where they said at one point during the game, there was a game they were playing Oregon State, and they were passing and it just was not working. And Jason Kelsey came on the sideline and he told Brian Kelly, run the damn ball. And he said the way that he said it, he said, we didn't throw another pass for the rest of the game.
Dude, really quick, I just looked up Gonzalez versus Kelsey. I'm not even trying to like pick on you or like start off argument. So in your head, why is Gonzalez better? Like what's like?
I think Gonzalez did more with less quarterbacks. Like Kansas City for all those years really stunk. And then he got Matt Ryan towards the end of his career.
And I just remember sheer dominance from Gonzalez. Like, I don't know numbers off the top of my head.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Gonzalez only has had 4,000-yard seasons. Kelsey's on pace to have his 8th straight.
What about
far different league though.
Yeah,
not really.
Sure, it was.
When did
he retired in 2013?
And when did he start? Like 02?
Gonzalez, I think, was 97.
Right, they didn't use the tight end like they do now.
No, it was
more like a blocker and then like a quick catch out.
But that's what Kelsey does too, though.
Kelsey's more of a receiver.
Pass.
But he can also.
Gonzalez is the guy that started the receiver playing the tight end, right?
How many touchdowns does Gonzalez have?
111.
How many does Kelsey have?
Hold on. Sorry. So it's 111 versus 74.
So.
Yeah, but Kelsey's only played 2013 to 2023, so what's that, 11 years? Gonzalez played
97 to
17 years. He's going to shatter. If he continues to play another like 3 or 4 years, he might shatter that.
Sure.
But we're saying as of right now, right? Like if he were to retire.
Sure. But you can't compare 17 years to 11.
You can only
that's also the Gronk thing. That's also the Gronk thing.
Sure.
Gronk didn't play that long either.
I just think the position was far different, Tony. The era that Tony Gonzalez.
See, but that's
played
when I think the position started to become what it is today.
Yeah,
because of Gonzalez and Antonio Gates, and
which is exactly why you could argue him above Kelsey. Like Kelsey might not be in the position he is today without a Tony Gonzalez.
And that
doesn't mean he's not better though.
But what did that start? Like 04, 05, the tight ends?
I mean, if you look at the tight ends, the better tight ends that played from the early 2000s to the late 2000s or the mid 2010s, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, Tony Gonzalez, they all did this.
Right, but what I'm saying is, so let's just say like 04 is when like the revolution actually happened. That means Tony Gonzalez played 7 years.
He only had over 1,000 yards once in that span then. From 97 to
probably because he was in more of a blocking role.
Yeah.
I mean, 93 catches, 76 catches. That's not a blocking role, though. 73 catches, that's not a blocking role.
No, that's quick, like a 5-yard dump route, though. Like
right, but that's what Kelsey does, too, though. Kelsey catches that 10, just like Gonzalez, catches that 10-yard pass and turns it into 25. That's all. They're both top 3. I definitely. I'm just saying. I just thought it was interesting that Kelsey has almost 8 straight years of 1,000 yards and.
Yeah, but now I'm just gonna like go back to he also has had Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, right?
Right.
Who did Tony Gonzalez have before Matt Ryan?
Who also Matt Ryan, not Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Yeah, and he also had to play with Julio Jones down there.
Hold on, I'll look up Kansas City's.
While you're doing that, Mike Webster, who's the only person that would compete with Jason Kelsey. Jason Kelsey's a 5-time first-team All-Pro. Mike Webster's a 6-team first-time
Okay.
All-Pro. So Jason Kelsey
get to this year, maybe.
Yeah. Like Matt Castle. I'm trying
That's
to think
that's who I was thinking.
who played for Kansas City.
Who I was thinking.
Who played for Kansas City? Who was their quarterbacks?
I'm looking it up.
Jake Delhomme, was he there?
I don't. Maybe. So starting
List
quarterbacks
of
first
list,
season.
Yeah, the list of Kansas
So I
City
got
starting quarterbacks. I have it right here. What season we starting with?
97.
97. Hold on, where's
Elvis Gryback.
Grubbeck and Rich Gannon. I don't know who started.
Trent Green.
Sucks.
No, Trent Green was okay.
It's all right.
He started like 7-8 years in a row.
No, just because you start 7-8 years in a row doesn't mean you're any good.
Right, but I mean,
So yeah, Elvis Grubbeck. I don't know who that is, and Trent Green basically is who we had.
like, is Trent Green better than, like, is Alex Smith better than Trent Green?
Yes, I would say
Yeah.
so.
I don't know. I think they're the same, kind of the same guy. Matt Castle, like, these guys were decent. They weren't like,
But they weren't Patrick Mahomes.
but he also played with Alex Smith, didn't he? No, he didn't.
No.
He didn't play with Matt Castle. Sorry.
No, it was just those two guys, I think.
I also have a couple other guys, but that I've never heard of. But I it's just then why is Gronk the best? One of the best. You could argue Gronk is the best tight end ever. He played with the greatest quarterback ever. You have to do something with the ball. Like, it's not, what I
Sure,
mean?
yeah.
Anybody, like, there's a lot of guys that could throw a 5-yard pass, and it's what you do with the ball after it. That's what makes Kelsey so, special.
Fair enough.
Gronk so special. Tony Gonzalez so special.
And
Sure.
Zach Ertz not. 'Cause
Correct.
he caught
Good
the
route
ball
runner.
right down.
Right.
Well,
right.
right down, yeah.
It just fell.
All right, let's move on here. Let's do some against the spread. So this week, me and Don went 3-2. Chris, you went 1-4. Chris, you're having a rough couple weeks here.
I'm rough.
1-4, 3 weeks in a row. Bringing our totals, me and Dom are both 25 and 25. Chris, you were 20 and 30.
All right.
We'll settle it on the football field.
We need to have a 5-0 week here.
You're gonna need it. Chris, I like that attitude. Give it to me first.
All right. I'm going to go New England -3.5 versus the Giants. I think Belichick is job not on the line, but mutual agreement of
retire.
separation.
He's done after the season, right?
He's
Yeah,
done
I think he has
soon.
to be. Yeah,
I was just looking. They're 2-8. I didn't realize that.
they're
really
terrible.
bad.
They're awful.
Pittsburgh -1.5 versus Cincinnati. Jacksonville -1.5 versus Houston. Under 43.5 Chicago and Minnesota. And over 48.5 Buffalo and Philly.
Okay. What was that first over under?
Under 43.5 Chicago and Minnesota.
Sure, okay. All right, Dom, what do you got?
So I got a little Thanksgiving action. Packers Lions. I got Lions -3.5.
Lions
That's not
-3.5.
Yep.
That line's 7.
It's not what I had
I
on
think you're
FanDuel, right?
Yeah, I think you're off. Because I was going to take that game.
I looked at it earlier. I didn't take this game, so I don't know what it
Let me
was.
see. It moved. I'm dead serious. It was 3.5 earlier.
It's 7.5 now.
Yeah, I'll still take it. Fuck it.
Lions -7.5. That's
They-
a gigantic.
they-
If you
they-
saw it at 3.5, that is a gigantic jump.
That's why I took it. But I still take it at 7.5.
Okay.
I did this earlier today. I
did mine a
can't
lot.
imagine. Maybe I did see it wrong because I can't imagine it going from 3.5 to 7.5. But
in a few hours because I
right.
did mine at like 6.
so I think the Lions smashed the Packers anyway. So then I got the Patriots Giants. I'm going the other way. I got the Giants +3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it because I don't know if they do it 2 weeks in a row. But I got the grease ball. So
Yeah, dude. His mom's still doing his laundry for him.
listen, if I lived at my mom's house, she'd probably still be doing mine. So I also have the Jags and Texans, but I have the Texans at +1.5.
Okay.
And then my over-unders, I got Jags Texans over 47.5.
All right.
And then this one, like, I don't love it, but like it just screams at you. Patriots Giants over 33.5. Like,
Yeah.
What did the
I was looking
Patriots
at it because
score
it's
last
so.
week? 6.
what'd you say?
Would they score in Germany 6?
Yeah, but that doesn't count. Nobody plays well. Kyle Pitts has 5 career touchdowns that are all in London. Like that doesn't count.
I don't know.
Nobody goes overseas and plays well.
Yeah, but as low as that over under is, like neither of those teams can fucking.
No, I know. That's why I'm a degenerate.
Fair enough.
That's why I'm 25-25.
All right, so I have the Bills and the Eagles. Give me the Eagles minus 3.5. I think they take care of business. I have the Rams plus 1.5 against the Cardinals. I have the Seahawks plus 7 against the Niners. I think the Niners will win, but 7 is a lot of points. Give me the Seahawks. Then I have the Packers Lions under 46.5, and then I have the 49ers Seahawks under 43.5. Picking 2 unders, which I don't really like to do, but yeah.
Yeah, but it makes it interesting. It makes it fun.
Yeah,
because it's easy to go overs, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's rare when I go unders, but I like those 2 numbers.
Yeah,
to hit under. So
there were a couple I looked at unders, and I was, but I'm too much of a wimp.
Yep. So all right. So the one thing I want to talk about before we get out of here, we got a little bit of time here. Big Aaron Nola extension. I was 6
totally
years,
wrong.
172.
7 years, right?
7
years.
Was it? Sorry, 7 years, 172. Yes.
I've been telling you guys for fucking 6 months that I thought he gets a 1-year deal somewhere, and whether it's here or somewhere else to prove it deal. But playing well in the playoffs pays off.
He wanted to be a Philly too, which helps.
Yep. They went from wanting to offer him 6 years, 150. He wanted 7 years, 210, and they kind of, I wouldn't say they met in the middle. Well, they didn't, because the Phillies kind of got the better end of it. But
right.
How much is the signing bonus though? Did they announce any of that? Like, I'm sure that
I don't. Does baseball do that? I
think they do, don't they?
They structure it with, there's different structures. I don't know. They usually don't release those kind of things, I don't think.
Yeah, they probably do it like what is it, baseball, or is it other basketball, where they like the signing bonus is like sometimes in, or football rather, the signing bonus is like in the contract too. Like you can have it in the contract yearly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if baseball's like that, but I think football is. I think you're allowed to do that in football, but
hockey does it too sometimes. Where like a guy in hockey will sign like a $7 million a year contract, but like $1 million of it's base salary and $6 million in signing bonuses that he just kind of gets up front or whatever. Yeah, it's weird.
It kind of helps the team out a little bit too.
Yeah, it can, but yeah, I mean, it seems like he left money on the table. Apparently the Braves were offering a lot, not a lot more, but the Braves were offering more. I think the Dodgers were offering him.
You have to
money.
imagine St. Louis was going after him too. I don't know if they offered more, but you have to imagine St. Louis was also in those talks.
Yep. So the fact that they got him for 7 years at I think just under $25 million.
Yeah.
I think it's a good deal. I know. In the middle of the season, we're all kind of saying, I think I was one of them. I can't wait till Aaron Nola's fucking done with his team.
Yeah,
I can't wait till he moves on. But
Still
what?
I'm
You're still saying it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. What was the alternative?
I like Blake Snell. I know he would have cost you more money.
And I don't think he's much better. Like, I know he had a really good year, but I think the innings are important. Like, that's a lot. Like, Blake Snell just doesn't pitch as many innings as Nola, and that's a lot of innings to expect your bullpen to throw.
Yeah, but in this baseball day and age with analytics, like, the Phillies are a heavy analytical team anyway. Like, they'll pull a guy in the 5th inning anyway, even if they're dealing.
Yeah, but they don't do that with Nolan Wheeler though.
Right.
No,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, with analytics, the way, and you never know if Snell gets run support that the Phillies give. Sometimes he may just throw fastballs, like just get out of innings quicker.
I think I'm not a Snell fan. I don't really like him very much, but I think him and Nola are pretty
similar,
comparable.
Yeah, they are.
But I just in that case, I'd rather have Nola in this sense that we drafted him. He grew up here. It's comfortable, Dude,
I just don't like a guy that his fastball tops out at like 93.
Yeah, but if you can paint the corners, like, and I know he doesn't do it a lot, like he doesn't do it all the time. But I think
when he mixes that with his curveball and his changeup, I mean, he can be lethal. We see him be lethal at times. It's just the consistency factor.
Also, imagine in 2, 3, 4 years if he's still pitching somewhat to what he is today. that's a cheap number two. 25 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
at that point, it'll be McGarry, a Bell,
Painter.
Painter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Might be-
Unless they start trading them.
yeah. I think for me personally, like I understand it. I think it was like he just doesn't like even at his press conference, like dude looks like such a weirdo. Like his hair is weird. He looks like
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic. Like
He kind of does, yeah.
and I'm like he doesn't scream Philly to me, and I guess that's kind of like what I want in my because he's our ace, right? Like he's going to be theoretically the ace. I know Wheeler is this year going into it, but Wheeler's on a contract.
I don't think so. I think that I'll agree that Wheeler right now is the ace, but I think they're looking at this as can we go sign the kid from Japan?
So
Let's take that out of even thought because it's probably a long shot anyway. You have a guy like Painter who's not going to pitch next year, but hopefully in 2025, and we're not even going to say he's the ace in 2025 because that's crazy.
Does he
But
even make the
those
team
last-
in 2025? I think is the question.
No, he'll probably as long as he's healthy, he was going to start
they
this year.
have to.
No, I know
Yeah.
he's gonna start this year, but like not throw in a year and a half, like or 2 years, whatever it ends up being.
Well,
Like,
even if
there
it's
might
half
be
the year, I'm
rust-
saying.
Yeah, I was just saying, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair,
Even if it's half the year. I think the last 3-4 years of that Nola contract is they're hoping that either A, they bring in other pitchers or Painters on pace to be the ace.
Well, yeah, because you might have mentioned it, Don, but like Wheeler's got like, what do you do with Wheeler? Like, who's there after Wheeler? You know what I mean?
I think you look at what he does this year because what's he a free agent after this upcoming year?
Yeah.
I think you see what he does this year, and if you still feel like he has some left in the tank, hopefully he takes a cheap enough deal. But that worries me because Verlander and Scherzer got a lot of money at in their late 30s. You can get a lot of money, but
Sure.
the difference between him and those guys is those guys pitched for 15 years, 20 years as these great pitchers, where Wheeler kind of missed his first 5 years. Pitching full seasons.
If Wheeler pitches the way he's pitched the last like 2 years or so, I think he could get like a 2-year deal, 30 to 35 million per year.
I would even say longer. I would say like 3-4 years.
Think so?
Honestly, yeah. But here's the thing though. Like I'm hopeful that the same thing that Nola happens. Where like, okay, this is home. Like we're winning here. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to take a little bit of a discount to stay here. That's my hope.
Yeah.
I want Yoshi Yamaruta, whatever.
Yeah.
I know nothing about this dude other than
He's
I hear he's unreal.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was looking at his numbers, man. Like he's got a sub-2 career ERA, or I think it's sub-2 ERA for his career. It's like 1.82. He's pitching in the second best league in the world.
Right.
I mean, is he going to come here and to be that? I don't know. But I go all in for him.
Yeah.
They said that Bryce Harper's going out there.
Yeah. You have
really?
to. You
Yeah.
have to.
As a
Dude,
part of-
I would sit Bryce in a room for like 2 weeks for 10 hours a day just learning Japanese. 10
Pull out
hours
all
a
the
day.
stops.
10 hours a day just learn Japanese. Because dude, like that I'm kind of kidding, but like
It goes a
that's-
long way.
It does
It
for
goes a
Japanese
long
players.
way,
Japanese
sure. Yeah.
people, they really enjoy it. They appreciate that kind of stuff. So
Dom, the question is: Are you flying
yes,
to Europe and
I'll
then
swim.
driving across Europe, across Russia, down, flying into?
What I'll do for this guy is I'll swim to North Korea.
Oh,
I'll
Jesus.
sneak through North Korea just for him, and then swim to Japan. I don't even have to go, to get to Japan. You don't even need to go to North Korea. You can,
Yeah,
but I'll
you'll
go there
just
anyway.
do it anyway.
Yeah,
just to show your commitment.
Yeah, and then we'll go. Then we'll fly to Edmonton. We'll pick up Drysdale.
Well, no, before you do that, stop in Russia because you're already going to be
Right,
kind of near
Ishkar,
there.
yeah,
You're kind
right.
of going to be near there ish anyway, with
Right.
being in Japan. So swoop by, take our boy Mitchkoff, and then go to Edmonton, get Drysdale out of that disaster.
And then we'll stop in Boston too. We'll get Cutter, and we'll all come back
sounds good. Sure.
around the world in 60 days, right?
Weren't you going to go stop and get John Morant too?
We can do that too.
What's his deal? Is he done it? Is he still suspended or is he playing?
I think he's playing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Has he done any weird shit lately?
No.
Again,
No.
calm down a little bit. Stop waving guns in the air.
It was a
on
candle.
Instagram Lives.
Or it was a lighter.
The light. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
I don't think he is playing.
He's suspended still?
I think so.
You know who's having a really good year, Mike?
Who's that?
Dylan Brooks.
Uh-oh.
I love me Dylan Brooks.
Ugh.
Just like I love me some Blankenship. Which he blitzed yesterday, and he totally didn't lay out Patrick Mahomes like I was hoping he would.
Yeah.
That guy, he's a hitter. I
But you
think
can't.
the penalty. The Sixers lost.
Yeah, they did. Overtime.
Yeah. I would. At that point, you just take the penalty. At that point, you get a free hit like that, and you're known as a hitter. You knock his head off.
Yeah, I mean, for the quarterback, it's Mahomes. It's tough to do that too. You're suspended for fucking 3 games.
Take the 15-yard penalty.
And the suspension?
Yeah, you got Sidney Brown back there.
All right. They already stink enough.
You got Justin Evans.
We can put Mike back there because he's gonna shut people down.
I didn't say I shut NFL players down. I said I shut you down.
No chance. That never happens.
Okay, fair enough. We'll have to put it to the test. It won't be. I won't do it on Thursday because Thursday I'll be in too much pain. So I'm not gonna want to do that after the game.
Why don't you just line up? Are you guys on the same team?
We are, yeah.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, I know.
We had this argument after the teams were made.
We did have this argument after the teams were made. Yeah.
You should
Who made the
trade-
teams? Was there like a draft? How are these
I don't think
teams
so.
made?
I think the person that runs it made the teams.
You should trade Mike.
We should.
What? I mean, I'm worth a lot.
We should put him on Penn State just to piss him off because we're doing Michigan State versus Penn State.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I'm so happy I'm not on Penn State.
Why do you hate Penn State?
You're not gonna like that answer.
I was gonna say save it for next week.
Yeah, you're not gonna like that answer. It's just people that went to Penn State, they make sure you know. That's all.
I don't go around saying
They're
we
just
are.
a loud. They're just a loud group. Not you specifically.
The same
just a loud-
people
just a
that
loud
are Penn
bunch.
State fans are Eagles fans
Not. Yeah, probably.
Steelers fans too.
Yeah.
and Steeler fans.
Yeah.
They're also Phillies fans that you probably love.
To be fair, I think a majority of college football fans are obnoxious lunatics. I hate Ohio State for that reason. I hate Michigan for that reason. I hate.
You just hate schools
Yes.
with winning programs.
I hate Notre Dame for that reason. Like
So you like Coastal Carolina, Appalachian State,
totally, yeah.
Kent,
Western Michigan.
some action.
That's not true.
Hawaii.
I like watching SEC football. Like I like the LSU a lot.
Boise
They
State.
stink this year.
Do they stink? I haven't followed much
Their
college football
quarterback's
this
going to
year.
win the
It's
Heisman.
a shame.
He's going to win
Who's
the
that?
Heisman. Their quarterback?
Yeah.
It's
It's a
not
shame
Caleb,
what
It's
happened.
not Caleb
to,
Williams.
No,
That's
Caleb
USC.
Yeah, they're not having USC's having a bad year.
Yeah, but he's really good.
He is really good.
gonna be a
Their
bust.
defense. Oh my god!
It's gonna be a
You know what?
bust.
We got to stop the show before I
Did you hear-
before I start screaming again. I wake up my daughter. Like
He's soft as baby shit.
it's
Did
not
you
even
hear
close.
Chris Rock is trying to get him to make sure he comes out into the draft? So
Why?
So the Jets could draft him.
Oh.
I mean, the Giants could draft him.
Why wouldn't you want to go to the Giants?
Why would you?
Why would
It's in New York. It's a big, media. I don't
Who you
know.
throwing to?
Figure that out. Don't be a pussy.
Darius Slayton.
If you're
Yeah,
that,
he doesn't figure it out. The
if
GM
you're
figures it
if
out.
you're that good, you should be able to turn it around.
No, that's not true.
Sure
I
it
mean,
is.
not fully. To a certain degree, yes. But like Burrow needed Chase.
I don't know that he needed him. It helps, but I think Burrow would still be Burrow without Chase.
No.
You don't think so?
I mean, I think he'd still be great. I just don't know.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just don't know that they succeed as much. That's all.
I mean, they need to get Lawrence an actual receiver down there.
I think that was what they were trying to do with Ridley.
But Ridley is not
He's had an underwhelming year.
Yeah.
He has that underwhelming year, but I think that was the idea when they went out and got him.
They need to go get him like a
Kirk is playing really well this year, though.
He
they
is.
need to go get him like a top wide receiver.
DK?
out of the draft. Yeah, like a DK Metcalf and Trevor Lawrence. That would be.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like who the hell are the Giants going to go after? Because they're going to have to go out after a big receiver. That's the first guy I thought of maybe, you know.
Is he a free agent?
No, I think they just I don't know what his contract situation is, but
I could see them. Is Marvin Harrison Jr. coming out of this draft, or is he gonna be like is he gonna be too high?
No.
Like where's he getting drafted?
he's top 5.
You think he's top 5?
Yeah.
So they probably won't even be up there to get him.
Who, the
The
Giants?
Giants.
The
Yeah, they
Jaguar. The
Oh,
Jaguars.
the Jags now. Yeah.
2020 NFL free agents.
There's another nasty receiver too, isn't there?
Yeah, the kid from
Well, there was a kid from Colorado, but there's another dude too.
He's
right?
probably going to be
Missouri.
cornerback.
Yeah,
Is
he's
he?
gonna play corner. Yeah.
Okay.
Hunter, Travis.
Yeah,
Hunter.
yeah. But there's another nasty receiver too that I'm
He's
drawing
from
a blank on.
Missouri, I think. The kid that you're talking about.
It's a
Why
shame
the-
what happened to Florida State though. The quarterback.
Who cares? They deserve it.
They were.
Why
I
did-
was saying they were a good
First
team
of
this
all, what happened to Florida? What happened to their?
broke
He
his
got
ankle.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
hear about this. He's
Yeah, they
college
just
nasty.
dropped out of. They dropped out of the top 4 too.
year.
The
Why
wide
did you like Florida
receiver-
State?
I don't like James Winston.
Yeah.
So
He hasn't played there in 8 years.
You want to know the top receivers this year?
I hate Texas A&M because Johnny Manziel played there, 75 years ago. No, I'm kidding. It was a joke.
Mike Evans, Odell Beckham Jr. Curtis
What list is
Samuel.
this? Hold on. What is it?
This is the wide receiver free agents.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Mike Evans, Odell Beckham Jr., Curtis Samuel,
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd.
yeah.
I mean,
Higgins is going to get traded. this
Mike
year, too.
Mike Evans is great, but like the rest of that list,
Paris
Whatever.
Campbell, Braxton Berrios.
Higgins is going to get moved this year. This offseason, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Where we
All
think Reese Pieces is going to wind up? You guys have
Who?
any? Reese Hoskins.
I'm
Oh,
Chicago.
Hoskins. I don't have an opinion.
I think
Don't care.
Colorado.
I think he's going to be in Chicago, the Cubs.
I don't care.
He's
But you guys, you guys ready to get out of here?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That'll do it this week. We will see everybody next week. Check us out on all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We'll see everybody next week. See you then.